Hi ladies. Oh, and gentlemen. I keep forgetting we do have gentlemen watching. Right, I've just created this new tag. And I quite like this one. I like anything when it's silly and cheeky. So, on the background, I've used thick card, and this was already coloured chocolate brown, but white on the reverse side. So I thought, well, that saves me colouring it in. I will edge it. I've not edged it on this side yet. And I've used the vintage travel paper. It's an A4 sheet, just very thin paper, but it goes on pretty well. So I've used that, and it's got advertisements of old cars. You can see that. And it was all over. I know I've covered a lot of it up, but it's the look I wanted. And I had this in my head, travelling style, and I knew I had a photograph of a lady on a bike. Oops, sorry. So what I've done, I've covered the paper on the back of the card, on the front of the card. I've then used the Tim Holtz stainers, which is the walnut stain and what was the other one? Never ever remember. Aged mahogany. Just blended them in together. And then what I've used is the crackle paint, and I used this one, which was the fired brick. So I've used that crackle paint around the edges. I'm not sure if you can see. Wait a minute, see if we can get it. Just alter the lens a bit. And you just see what it's done. Yeah, it's crackled, look. I'll put lens back. So I've just done it in odd, around the, not all the way around the edges, but on a majority of it, just to see what it was going to do. I did put it on thicker ladies, so I'm learning. And then anyway, so that was that. Then I edged the photograph, cut it out, edged the photograph, added some little pearly bling. I used, do you remember the lace I tea-dyed the other night? I had 3 pieces left, so I've cut them all wide enough for my tags, because you know I make quite big tags. And so I thought, oh, I'll use a couple of those. So I didn't want to add it at the front, because I didn't want to hide the crackle paint in the corners. So I've added it to the back. And then what I've done then is I've added an old earring that I cut the back off, like a vintage button. It was an earring, that one. I've cut this out, well, I've printed that off the computer, travelling style, and I've just edged that. I use another thin lace, because I put the thick lace across, and then I used the thin lace to go across that, and threaded it with some plum ribbed ribbon. And then I've just added the flowers. I'm going to put a little bit of stickles on the flowers, my homemade stuff, and then a diamante. It was a belt, a diamante belt, and I cut it into strips wide enough for my tags. And I just thought, oh, we need a bit of bling on there, because I didn't want to put anything, I didn't want to hide the corners, but it looks odd without having something here, with the lace being at the back. So I just put a strip of diamantes, and then added some flowers, little flowers to go with the others. And I've just used multi-threads. I'm not that what's it on threads, fibres. I like to mix mine. You don't always have to be colour coordinated. Mind you, it does help sometimes. Right, so that's what I've done. I've got to tell you this now. When I went with my grandsons to my youngest sons this morning, we walked down, and I was in agony. But fortunately, I'd had a couple of hours down at my son's, and managed to feel okay to come back. So my son took me back up, dropped me off at Tesco's, because I need to get some milk and that for the kids. And so I booked a taxi to take us home, because I couldn't manage it, basically. Gets to the school where we live. Paid the taxi guy, got out, got the kids, held their hands, walked down the path, and then I heard somebody shouting, and he's going, oi, oi. And when I turned round, it was a taxi driver running after me with my shopping. See, I purposely got a taxi from there because I'd been shopping and then left it in the taxi. See, I do all sorts all the time. Honest to God, crazy woman. But I just thought I'll share that with you because, again, see, I'm just beginning to wonder whether I might leave the kids one day. Well, I hope not. Oh God, I'll miss them terrible. No, I don't know. But that's what I'm like. Anyway, I have had some emails to ask if I'm fine, if I'm alright and that. I started to feel a bit better this morning, but then it's just on and off. It's called a reflux that I've got, which is the excess acid in the stomach. And some days it's really, really bad. But it's like burning me from the inside out. And a couple of months back when I had it really severe, which it just feels like it's going that way again. I'd actually burnt my the larynx and everything. My voice went really deep, and to be quite honest, I did think I'd had something wrong with my throat, and I just had the camera down and all that rubbish. Anyway, it was all right. It was just to do with the reflux, and so the acid was burning me from my neck down to my stomach. And I mean, they give me some tablets for it. They don't bloody work. I don't know what they want. Don't know what they want me to take. But I'm still waiting for it. Well, I've got my hospital appointment, and I'm just waiting for that because it's getting a little bit more frequent than I like to suffer with it. So I am okay, ladies. Not feeling 100%, but I'm getting there. So hopefully I'll be back at work on Monday. See how I get on. It's just horrible because you can't keep anything down properly. Every time you go to eat something, you feel like bringing it back up. Not that you really wanted to know that. I just thought I'd share that with you. Right, that's it, ladies. I just wanted you to know that I am feeling a bit better. And thanks for all your concern and all your comments. Right, so that's a new tag. Back to that. Hope you like it. And we'll speak soon.